Hello, all, and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. So, this is the reading for your love life in April, and I, as always, have 6 piles here. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5 and pile 6, and it's just a general reading on love life in April, whether you're in a relationship or you're single. I'm going to try and cover as many areas as possible. If some pile I've been noticing I've been getting very specific messages in some of the piles. So if a pile doesn't resonate with you, if you feel like messages are too specific and you just don't resonate with those messages, I feel like those readings are not for you. So I would advise to pick another pile. But with that, let's get started. We're going to start with pile number 1. Let's see, how is your love life shaping up to be in April? So I'm just going to have a look at the tarot cards, the oracle cards first, and then we're going to bring the tarot in. So what I have here, we've got the Pixie Puro, we've got balance, completion, and we've got inspiration. So what I see here with your love life, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, you're feeling this sense of putting something to bed. So I feel like if you are in a relationship, you're putting something to bed to do with like an argument that you've had. I want to say argument because I see the way these people look very cross, like they're not talking to each other, like they don't want to talk to each other, like they're annoyed at each other. You're putting that energy to bed. If you've been annoyed with somebody, if your relationship, you've been going through some sort of conflict that seems to be repeating itself, or you feel like you are in constant bickering, I see that in April, that's kind of, you're putting that to bed. The great thing here as well with the inspiration card and the Pixie Puro, I see that you are finding new creative ways to deal with conflict in your relationship. It's almost like in April, like the end of March, April, you start to figure out that there's a way that you can deal with, sorry, there's dogs barking outside. There's a way that you can deal with these relationship issues in a new exciting way, in new innovative way, and you're able to forget the kind of sadness and the bad sides of the relationship that you would have experienced. And I'm not saying that you would have had like a terrible relationship and all of a sudden it's amazing. It's more so I'm getting an energy of maybe you and your partner have been fighting a little bit. You've been kind of not getting on as well as you would want to. And you're finally starting to sift through that and work through that. Another thing that I see here is that if you are single, you are ending a certain way of looking at relationships, and you're gonna get very creative in your pursuit of a new relationship, or you're gonna get creative in like you might have had like a type that you go for and you constantly thought that this type of person was your type, and you constantly thought that that's who I want, that's who I want to be with. But you either meet somebody in April or you met somebody already, and in April you start realizing that there's a very different type of person that you're actually attracted to. And you're kind of rediscovering yourself in terms of romance if you're single. You're kind of finding new, exciting opportunities in romance. You might find that you're looking at somebody in a romantic way that you haven't considered romantically before, but this pile makes me feel like there's a lot of fresh energy in terms of relationships or love life in April for you. So then we've got the tarot cards, and we've got the Two of Wands in reverse. We've got Strength card in reverse. We've got Queen of Swords in reverse. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune card. Oh my God, this makes so much sense with what I just said about putting arguments, putting old ways of communicating to bed. Because with the Queen of Swords in reverse here, I'm getting this energy of maybe a couple that used to like to snap at each other and maybe call each other names or get personal with each other. I'm getting like energy of like knowing each other's insecurities and really poking at them. This energy is giving me like, you know, either this could even be like an ex that you had that you've had a relationship, whatever it is, the relationships that you would have had in the past, the way that you would have dealt with relationships in the past, is that you would get very personal, poke at people's insecurities when you're in a relationship with them, and it would be done to you in return. There's a lot of like not being able to agree on the route to take as a couple. But in April, this is like a complete shift, a complete overhaul, a complete balancing of energies. So what I see, if you're in a relationship right now, your relationship is going into a very, very nice chapter, I'd want to say, because you are in April, it's almost like it solidifies the turning point. So keep in mind what dynamics are coming in April. April is going to be like, out of all these piles, and I know I only started this, but I can already sense that this is probably one of the most important piles in this set, because I'm getting an energy of complete turning point. There's something that maybe you as a couple weren't able to agree on. And for a very long time, there's been this energy of not wanting to, both of you being stubborn, both of you not wanting to let the other person get the reins. But April is going to change that. You are agreeing on things. You are really, really working together as a team. And you are really moving forward with a plan. And I see that in April, this April is going to mark your April's going to solidify you. If you're in a couple right now, whoever you're with, April is going to solidify you guys as a couple, solidify you to go into the long term. And with the Wheel of Fortune upright here, this really tells me that you guys are on your way into a very good chapter as a couple. So I really want to say, like, I am really getting this energy of you have had bad energies, you have had troubles as a couple. If you're single, you've had troubles in the past in your relationships, but April is going to be a complete turnaround. It's going to be a change of a cycle for you. You're moving. If you are single, I see that in April you could be meeting somebody who you are going to end up in a long-term relationship with. You are going to be getting to know somebody you're going into a relationship with. Also, I just noticed we've got 2 10s here. We've got the completion card. There's this energy of putting something to bed and never touching it again. Some sort of conflict, some sort of negative emotion, an ex. Putting something to bed and never, ever, ever thinking about it. At least not in this like pining way. At least not overthinking it. You're just putting something to bed that you are just not going to worry about anymore. And you're just going to look forward to the future. I really get this energy that in April, especially at the end of April, you are going to feel so optimistic about relationships and love life in general. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 1. That was I really want to stress that this is probably a very, very important reading for you if you pick this pile. There's a very important turning point to do with love life in April, and I just want to really highlight that for you, because the cards are really I just feel like the energies are really wanting me to stress this one more time. If you got this pile, just really, really pay attention to everything that happens in April within your relationship, within your love life. Pay attention. But that's the reading that I received for you, pile number 1. Let me know if that resonated. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, let's see, how is your love life shaping up to be in April? So we're going to have a look and see. We've got date with destiny, we've got safe home, and we've got a victim. So I do get a sense that, and this is not surprising with everything that's going on, that you are going to be feeling stuck at home. You're going to be feeling like you can't get out and do things that you want to do. So especially if you're single, you're kind of feeling a bit hopeless about love, because you are just like, I'm stuck at home, I'm sitting at home, I'm not doing anything, I'm not able to find any significant other, I'm not able to build on a relationship that maybe you I think there is a relationship that you have in mind, or there is a person that you have in mind that you would like to build a relationship with. And I think most of you will be maybe in separation with this person. But if you're a couple that live at home, because I am getting a big sense of like homeliness as well, I think that you are and your partner are going to feel very like, maybe you guys are the type of couple that like to go on dates, you like to have fun, and you're going to be feeling very like, oh my god, we're stuck at home, we've nothing to do, we're genuinely just it's going to start getting to your head. Like with the victim card, I'm really getting an energy of somebody who starts feeling sorry for themselves, and this is okay. Like I feel like it's okay to feel sorry for yourself in this kind of time. Yes, worse things are happening to other people, but the worst thing that ever happens to you know, that makes you sad, that makes you upset, and that's okay. So don't be surprised if you get upset quite a few times in April in terms of love life, feeling like your relationship's not progressing because you're stuck at home, feeling like you're not getting to know the person that you want to get on because you're stuck at get to know because you're stuck at home, and just feeling a little bit hopeless. I'm getting an energy of hopelessness, and with this heart chakra energy with the green, I'm really getting a sense that you will feel very sensitive. You're going to feel quite emotional in April. Sorry, I just hit off my camera. You're going to feel quite emotional. You're going to feel like maybe people are neglecting you. You're going to feel a little bit neglected by maybe your partner. But this could be because you're literally not in the same house, or because they're busy, maybe they're still working but you're stuck at home, and it's just kind of going to get to you a little bit in April. I do see that, but I see with the date with destiny, date really sticks out to me, and I feel like you really want to have a nice date, you want to go on a nice date with somebody, but it's just not going to be possible. And what I'm getting here is that when this is over, when you get, especially at the end of April, I'm kind of getting energy at the end of April, you will feel more hopeful, because I feel like if you are single, you're going to have like a date to look forward to. I'm definitely hearing that. I'm hearing like, if you are a single person stuck at home and you just like feel hopeless about your relationship, by the end of April, you're going to have some sort of date to look forward to. So let's see, what do the tarot cards have for us? We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got Justice card. We've got Temperance card. Wow. We've got the Knight of Wands. Okay. And we've got the Five of Swords. And we've got Ace of Swords. Wow. So this energy is quite strong. I do get an energy, if you are single, there's definitely somebody admiring you from afar. There's somebody who is really attracted to you, really finds you really, really attractive, really admires. I feel like you could have a very mature energy about you, pile number 2. I feel like you are somebody who tells the truth, somebody who is very honest, very spiritual, very patient, a very balanced person. I'm hearing as well with the Justice card, which is Libra energy, and Temperance card is balance energy. I'm really getting a sense that you are a very balanced person, and or this person who is attracted to you, who finds you appealing, finds your balance and your patience very appealing. You could be a Libra or Sagittarius. I'm more so leaning that the person that maybe is into you is Sagittarius or a fire sign, but you know, signs are not important here. It's more so about the energy. With the Eight of Cups, I see that you're leaving some sort of I feel like you will be leaving some sort of person behind. And I don't mean even physically, I mean like literally somebody who's been on your mind, because we've got the victim card. I think staying at home and not being able to be out with friends, even this could be like even not about love life, the fact that you're feeling cooped up. It's more so you can't get out and be with friends and get your head off your mind is on someone here. And I'm getting this energy of like, this person has either hurt you really bad, or you just can't stop thinking about them. But I see that while in April, while you're stuck at home, you're going to kind of start leaving, like you're going to start realizing that maybe they weren't that great. There's going to be some sort of clarity coming to you, and you're going to realize that, oh my God, like I actually don't really feel that strongly about this person. Or you're going to think, oh, I don't actually really care about what this person thinks of me. And slowly but surely, you're going to start moving away from that. There's a real sense of clarity. And it's almost like the cards are saying there's a need for you to to step back because you need to develop that sense of clarity, and the only way you can develop it is by staying at home and not being able to really go anywhere. The next thing that I see here is that the person, so there's two people. There's a person that I feel like that is on your mind a lot, but then there's a person that you're on their mind a lot. It's almost like a chain. And I think that's the person that you're going to have a date with. I think there's going to be somebody who's going to want to ask you out to go on a date at the end of April, or, whenever you're able to finally leave your home. There's somebody who wants to fight for you. I'm really getting an energy of somebody who wants to fight for you. And I'm also getting energy of maybe having a bit of a conflict with somebody within your love life, and I really feel like you might even end up having a conflict with this person that made you feel like a victim, this person that made you feel bad, and made you feel like you're not good enough. I see you having some sort of conflict, some sort of argument with this person, but that's what brings up the clarity. That's something that gives you an idea of like, oh, this person's not that great, this person's not as good as I thought they were. And I feel like another thing that I'm hearing, just this is coming in very strongly, this message is, you're going to have ups and downs about this person that makes you feel sad. You're going to have ups and downs about like whether like you will think that they're so important and you're so sad they're gone from your life, and then the next moment you're like, I don't really care about this person, I feel very cold towards this person, I'm not really, I don't have much care for this person. So I feel like you're very hot and cold with this person. So while you are stuck at home, I feel like you're going to be balancing those feelings for that person that made you feel sad, and you're going to be leaving. It was definitely a karmic relationship as well. I'm hearing that this was a karmic relationship that needed to teach you something, and you're going to take that lesson because the clarity is coming here, and you're going to move on. I definitely get that. But your lesson has been learned by the end of April, and you are ready for something new, a new romance, somebody that you're going to find very attractive too. It's like, I just think you can't realize, or you're not, even if you do realize that this other person likes you, you're too set on this other person. That's what I'm getting here. This was mostly, I get that this was mostly a singles reading, so if this didn't resonate, please pick another pile, but I feel like this is mostly for the single people out there. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 2. Let me know if that resonated, let me know if you like this reading, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3, let's see, how is your April love life looking? So we've got guest of honor, we've got instinct, we've got acceptance, and we've got wisdom. Okay, a lot of very wise energy, a lot of very mature energy here. So I'm really getting I'm definitely getting a sense that you are either maturing in the way you view your relationships if you're single, or you are in a very mature relationship currently in your, in your love life. You are pretty set with somebody. I'm getting an energy of feeling very comfortable with someone. And I feel like you're going to feel very, very appreciated in your relationship in April. You're going to feel like your partner really appreciates you. You will feel like they are going to really, I don't want to say put you on a pedestal, even though I heard it. I don't think it's in an unhealthy way. It's more so they're seeing you as somebody very beautiful, somebody who has beautiful energy. If you are in a relationship right now, there's somebody, or sorry, not somebody, your partner that you're in a relationship with really values you and sees you as somebody very special. They definitely see how independent, how I'm almost getting this energy of like, you might not think of yourself as very glamorous and very beautiful, but they really see you as glamorous and beautiful. I think you put more value on your brains, your intelligence, your hard work, your spirit, I think you have a really good, and this is not like to say, oh, you have a great personality, but you have a really good personality, you have a really good energy, you're very clever, you're very smart, you're very mature, but it's almost like your partner sees all of that. Your partner definitely sees all of that, but beyond that, they just love how you look. It's almost like you're the full package, and your partner sees that. If you're single, I really see that there's somebody that really thinks you're beautiful, somebody who's really into you, but they almost think that you're too good for them. If you're single, I feel like if you're in a relationship, this person, it's more so like admiration, being like, wow, I can't believe I bagged somebody as amazing as this person. And if you are in a relationship, or sorry, if you're single, it's more so I'm getting an energy of somebody who's like, this person's so smart, this person's so has so much wisdom, this person is so intuitive, so spiritual, and they're beautiful and they're gorgeous. I am not worthy of this person. And I really want to specify that to you, because I feel like you don't believe that you are as beautiful as you are. I'm really getting an energy of somebody almost feeling like they can't take their eyes away from you. That's kind of what I'm getting here. But other than that, I see that there's a lot of maturity in April in your love life. So if you are progressing with a relationship, you guys are going to be in a very mature state in April. If I don't see you having any arguments, I see you communicating very well. I see you being very smart and very full of wisdom in the way you deal with your each other's anger, each other's feelings of being upset. I do get a melancholy feeling from you. I'm getting this energy that you might feel a bit sad, and it's almost like you won't know why you feel sad. It's almost like you'll go, why do I feel sad? And everything's going fine, everything's going great. I really shouldn't feel sad. The cards are saying, look, it's okay to feel sad sometimes just because you're feeling sad. I'm really getting that energy. Even though this is showing up in a love reading, I definitely feel like it's more of a you thing. And the cards are saying, like, if you feel sad in April, let those feelings come through. Let those feelings those feelings through in April. Make sure you feel those feelings through in April. And don't worry about the sadness and where it stems from. It's good to figure that out sometimes, but in April I'm just seeing that, yeah, you're just gonna want to be a bit sad. It's not even that you want to be sad, but it's like that's just gonna be a natural reaction to something, but it's not gonna be a huge overwhelming feeling. You'll just need to feel it through. That's what I'm hearing here. Let's see what we have with the tarot cards. We've got the Death card. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Six of Swords in reverse. We've got 10 of Wands in reverse, and we've got the King of Swords in reverse. I see you guys definitely overthinking something. Like, I am getting this energy of you being kind of sad, feeling a little bit depressed even maybe. And the cards are saying you're allowed to feel sad. And there's going to be a tendency for you to overthink. I'm definitely, if anyone's suffering from anxiety here, I'm definitely seeing a lot of energy of anxiety, feeling sad, feeling like things are too much at the moment, and not being very good at coping with it. But that's why I think the cards are really bringing me to this King of Wands. I think there's this person in your life who is ready to be there for you, to be there to help you move on in a healthy way. But it's almost like whatever it is, I feel like the feeling of sadness and anxiety is kind of in your own, that's your own feelings. It's not to do with the relationship. It's not to do with people that you're interested in. It's more so just you. But this person really wants to help you with it. This person really wants to help you end those feelings of anxiety. And what I see here is that you're going to be really working hard on ending anxious feelings of sadness in April. But it's interesting because it's going to be like you and this person working together to battle your anxiety and to like kill this monster that is depression and anxiety within you. And they're just going to be so dedicated to making that disappear. Like, this person is really sweet. I'm really getting an energy of somebody really sweet. And even if you're single, I'm getting an energy of this person helping you battle your anxiety and depression while you are sad. Like, they'll be it's almost like they'll text you when you least expect it. Maybe you're in a really bad mood, you feel really sad, you're feeling really anxious, and it's almost like bam, and they text you right in that moment, and you go, how did they know that I was being anxious and I was being sad? How did they know? I'm also getting an energy of you maybe cooking with this person a lot. So you guys could be really, if you live together, if you're in a relationship, I'm really getting an energy of like you guys baking together, cooking together, doing things that are like domestic or physical, like working with your hands. It's almost in a therapeutic way. I'm getting that energy as well. But if you're single, I definitely see that there's a person that you're probably in contact right now, that you're texting. They could even be following up on you through social media. And every time they text you, it seems like it's the right time that they text you in April. You know, you're going to feel like, oh my God, like they texted me just at the right time. But it's going to be a really sweet energy, somebody who really cares about you, somebody who really sees you as very beautiful, really important. And they really, really admire you and just think that you are great. But that's the reading that I got for you guys, pile number 3. Let me know if that resonated. Let me know what you thought. I always appreciate feedback, and I'm going to move on to pile number 4. So pile number 4, let's see, how is your April shaping up to be? So we're gonna start with the oracle cards, and we're going to do the tarot cards afterwards. So we've got Death Shall Not Take Him. So I'm getting resilient vibes from you. We've got Wisdom. We've got Perception. And we've got Health. I'm really getting really good vibes from this pile. Like really nice, really I feel like you guys are definitely strong empaths. You are empathetic, like crazy empathetic. You guys have a lot of feelings as well, a lot of emotions, a lot of love to give. And I see that you will be able to give love in April, and it's gonna feel very freeing. It's almost like what I'm getting here. It's almost like you've been feeling like maybe your love life is going downhill. If you're in a relationship, maybe you've been feeling like, oh, this relationship's not going anywhere. I'm getting really upset. I'm getting really discouraged. This person doesn't want to talk to me. And it's like all this spiraling. And all of a sudden in April, there's this renewal of energy. Like, look how it looks like springtime here. Like, we've got the butterfly here. There's going to be some sort of transformation. I'm also getting major soulmate vibes in this pile. There's going to be some sort of transformation, a very healthy transformation as well. So it's not even, I'm not getting this like huge tower moment, like where it's like everything crashes down and changes. It's all unexpected. It's almost like you start blossoming in April, and April is a point of blossoming for you in your love life and your relationships. I see very healthy communication for you guys if you're in a relationship, or if there's somebody that you're interested in. I see that you will begin communicating with them a lot more, and you get to talk to them a lot more. You feel a lot more comfortable chatting to them and reaching out to them. But in general, I do get an energy of real beautiful happiness, just feeling really, really good about your relationship. And this relationship really blossoming. Whether you're single or in a relationship, I see something new, a new connection sparking. So if you're in a relationship, it could be a new connection within the relationship, like a new fresh start. I also get an energy that whoever comes to mind when you're listening to this is a soulmate connection. I just can't stop looking at the dove in this card, and I really think that this is a strong soulmate connection that is going to be very, very important, very, very transformative. So pile 1 was very important. If you picked pile 4, this is a very important pile too. I need to stress this. I just get an energy of resilience. So if you and your relationship have been kind of rocky, or there's been things that have been pushing you and pulling you back a little bit the last while, I really get a sense that there is going to be a sense of freedom, and you guys as a couple are going to feel very happy, and you will feel like you can conquer anything, any sort of bad energy, any sort of problem. You're just going to feel like you're a team, and you can do anything you want, you put your mind to as a couple. If you are single, I definitely see a new, beautiful connection, very important, freeing connection. We've got bird imagery in both cards. We've got the butterfly, and this card always makes me think of feeling very free. I definitely get a sense that you are going to be freed by this new connection. You're eliminating old patterns of doing relationships, old patterns of communication, and it's making you feel more free and more fresh than ever. So then we've got a Page of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know why, but I got this energy of like, I just heard this in my head. If you've been expecting your significant other to propose to you, they're not going to propose. I don't know why, but some of you maybe are waiting to be proposed to, but you're not going to be proposed to. That's what the cards want me to tell you, but not to worry and not to be scared and not to let anxiety take over because they didn't propose. I'm get Wheel of Fortune, beautiful energy. We've got 3 of Wands in reverse. We've got 8 of Swords twice. That's very important. We've got 10 of Cups in reverse. We've got 9 of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So I do get an energy of you have had a lot of fears in the past while. With 8 of Swords really tells me that there's been a lot of fears. You're worried that your person doesn't want to commit to you. I think you're worried that your person doesn't want to commit to you. You're worried that they're going to leave you. You're worried that they are not as interested in you as you are. If you're single, it's like that energy of feeling like nobody wants me, no one's interested in me, no one wants to be around me, I'm never going to be happy. And the cards want to tell you this energy is shifting. You've got the Wheel of Fortune upright. All this bad energy is going to shift. It's going to go away. Your fears are not real. These fears are not real. You're going to feel very appreciated, very beautiful, very in control. By the end of April, you're going to feel in control of your relationships, of your connections. You're going to feel very confident, and you will be getting over a lot of fears, anxieties, a lot of depressive feelings. You're going to be feeling very good. Another thing that I see here is that just back to this engagement thing. I got it with this card, but I see it's because you're if you are in a relationship, your person's just not quite ready to commit in that way. It's not that they're not ready to commit at all, because I do see that this is a really good relationship, but I just feel like this person's just not quite there yet to like propose to you. So maybe you might be there already, but this person needs a bit more time to move there. They just don't see it being as being a viable situation. Like they don't see that being possible right now. They feel like they don't have enough finances for that. They feel like they don't have enough experience within the relationship yet. I'm really just getting an energy of like, I'm not ready for that yet. Not because they're not going to be ready ever. Excuse me. But because they're just not ready yet. But I see that everything is going to be okay. I see that this pile is has really nothing to, like, the cards are really, with the 8 of these 3 cards really indicate to me that you are very worried about not being good enough, not being committed to, people having no loyalty to you within relationships, a new crush that you have not having interest in you. And the cards are saying that's not true. They're saying you have empty fears that you need to address. But I see that by the end of April, your confidence is restored within your love life. So that's really great. There's a lot of transformation involved in terms of love life in April. And you are going to be resilient in your love life, resilient in your relationship, resilient with your crush or whatever it is. You're going to feel very renewed by the end of April. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 4. Really interesting reading. Let me know what you thought. If you have any feedback, I always appreciate it. And as always, like and subscribe. And I'm going to move on to pile number 5. So pile number 5, let's see. How is your April love life going? So we've got Joker is wild. We've got insecurity, growth, and we've got beauty. Okay, interesting. I feel like there is, so the insecurity card is really popping out to me here, but with the Joker is wild, I'm getting an energy of your mind and your insecurities playing tricks on you a lot in April in terms of love life. I got that in a few piles, funnily enough, this time around. So I think a lot of people are being very anxious about their relationships and their connections in April and feeling like people are out to get them, people are out to trick them. But these cards are kind of telling me is that your mind really likes to play tricks on you, really likes to convince you of things that are not true at all, really likes to convince you of to be worried that someone's cheating on you, to be worried that someone, like, be jealous. I see jealousy being a bit of a problem, to be honest, in April as well. Feeling like you're not beautiful enough for the person you're with, that kind of energy. But what the cards are saying, that in April you're gonna be able to grow from that and actually feel like you have a bit of a glow up going on in April. I feel like you guys are gonna take your time, if you're in isolation, or if you are, spending a bit more time at home. You're gonna take time to grow in terms of your confidence, and as a result you're gonna have a glow up in the physical realm. So there's a bit of growth, spiritual and physical, and it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be a very slow process though, that's what I'm hearing, and your insecurities will constantly try and knock you back down, and it's almost going to be like one step forward, two steps back, one step forward, two steps back, and you're just going to keep trying to move forward. It's going to be kind of hard, but you're gonna get there in the end. You've got beauty card. I have form, which is divine. I allow what it is within to shine. So what I see is that you're going to start out with spiritual growth and growing yourself as a person, and that's going to translate into your looks. Now, what do we have here with the tarot cards? We've got the moon card. We've got the sun card. That's beautiful. A lot of insecurities being cleared up for sure. We've got the devil card. Wow. A lot of fears with this group. I really get a sense that you're insecure about a lot of things. I see that there's somebody promising you there's somebody that you're talking to, and I feel like this pile is mostly for single people. I'm getting a sense that somebody you're dating or somebody you are talking to who is kind of telling you things and promising you things that they're not going to hold up, and like they're not going to fulfill those promises in the end. I feel like they are just telling you those things because they in their head, I feel like they believe that they're going to fulfill those promises, but in reality, they're not going to. But what I see here is that by the end of April, there's really good news for you, because a lot of things that a lot of insecurities that you've had, a lot of things that made you feel, upset with yourself, a lot of things that made you feel unsure in yourself are going to be cleared up, and by the end of April you're going to be able to be a lot more yourself in your relationships. So I really get a sense that maybe in relationships before, you were very insecure, you felt like you weren't good enough for people. So maybe the relationship that you're in right now, if you are in a relationship, you feel like you're really afraid that you're not good enough for this person. But the cards are saying is like there are hidden gems in you that you haven't let shine yet, and they are going to come through by the end of April, and you're going to shine so much that so many people are going to be attracted to you. There's going to be so many people interested in you, but the cards are just saying beware of people that are promising you false things. Like, I'm even getting a sense that if you're in a relationship and somebody tries to come in and be like, hey, why are you with this person, you should be with me, be careful of those people, because they're going to try and spin some stories to you. But I really see that by the end of April, you're going to be there's going to be a glow up, and you're going to be really battling your insecurities within relationships. I really see that you're going to have to be faced with your jealousy. I think you get jealous quite a lot in your relationships. And I think that the cards are saying that there's going to be a long process of you trying to work through being jealous of your person, or just being jealous of people that you date. Because the cards are saying that's probably one of the things that knocks you down a lot of the time when you're trying to grow and you're trying to glow up. Your jealousy and feeling like you're not good enough for the person that you're with. There's a lot of fear when it comes to your own worth, and the cards are really like, I just keep hearing your mind is just playing tricks on yourself. You need to keep pushing through, because there is a real need for you to be truly authentically yourself, and I see that by the end of April you're really going to be doing that, especially within your relationships. So that's the reading that I got for you guys, pile number 5. I hope you enjoyed it. If that resonated, please like and subscribe. And as always, I appreciate any feedback. And I'm going to move on to pile number 6. And we're going to see how is your April going to turn out in terms of love life. So we've got Tiger Angel. That's so funny. Maybe you guys are watching Tiger King on Netflix. Sorry. Carol Baskin. If you haven't watched Tiger King, this probably won't make sense to you, but we've got bittersweet, impatience, and we've got knowledge. Okay, so I'm really getting an energy of throat chakra is being blocked here in April. I feel like communication is going to be very difficult for you guys in April. If you are in a relationship, I feel like your communication is going to suffer in April. It's going to be difficult to communicate, so it could be that you are I feel like you guys could be separated because we've got the doves kind of further apart here, and I'm really getting a bit of an energy of sadness here as well. I'm getting this sense that you are feeling like a bit hopeless about communication, feeling like you can't express yourself exactly the way you want to express yourself. It's like you want to say something in your relationship in April, but you can't, or you want to say something, but you just, every time you say it, it almost doesn't come out right. It's almost like if you want to tell somebody you love them, but you just, for some reason, it just can't come out right. That's the energy that I'm getting here. But at the same time, it's bitter with the bittersweet card and the Tiger Angel. I'm getting this energy of like, communication's really hard. You're not communicating really well, but at the same time, there's a lot of love that I'm sensing here. So you're going to experience a lot of love in April from your person if you're in a relationship, or somebody really giving you a lot of love, you know, in terms of getting to know a person. So you might not outright say like, yes, I love you, but you're gonna really show each other love. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. A lot of healing happening in April for you. Let me see what else. We've got home life, 3 of Cups. That's what I mean about bittersweet energy. I'm really getting the bittersweet card seems to be the most important one here, because I am getting an energy of like you're healing and your home life is actually really good and you're feeling kind of peaceful in April, and you're feeling happy and you're really getting on with your person. With the 3 of Cups, I'm also getting the sense of like you and your person talking about each other's families and friends, and talking about each other's close circles, and seeing that I'm almost getting this sense of like realizing that you really like each other's family and friends. I don't know why this is coming through, but I'm really getting like, oh, you guys sitting down and talking about like, oh, like I actually really like your, brothers and sisters, and I actually really like your friends, and that being a very healing moment for you. But then at the same time, I feel like when it comes to communicating, so if you have a fight or like communicating your feelings to each other, there's going to be struggle, if that makes sense. There's going to be a struggle. I feel like you are going to feel very emotional, and there's going to be a lot of emotions running. I wouldn't even say running high. You're just kind of filled with love, and you're filled with emotions in April, and you really want to communicate that to your person. You really want to communicate that to somebody in particular, but you feel like you can't. Or when you do say it, it just doesn't come out right, and they're gonna feel very similar. I'm getting this energy of like you guys are in balance, you guys are on the same page, but at the same time, it's like your timing is off. Like there's just energy of frustration, and that's what I'm getting here with the impatience card. It's almost like a frustration, like and you see the way this guy is like reaching out to that blue sphere. I'm almost getting this energy of like, oh, I could have this relationship. I almost have this relationship. I almost have this connection with this person, but I just don't have it yet. Oh, and it's just I'm so impatient. I'm so frustrated. And it's almost like you guys are nurturing the connection between you. But it's really beautiful energy, because I see that you and this person really care about each other. You really have potential to even get married. So if you are in a relationship currently and you are you love them and you really see yourself in a relationship with them for another while, I really want to tell you that the cards are saying, look, there's potential for a wedding. Even another thing that I'm hearing is like some of you might be planning a wedding together, But like another thing I heard is like you might plan a wedding together as a joke and talk about like, oh, like, you know, we could get married and like this is who would we would invite to, or I don't know why this is the message that's coming through, but it's coming through so clearly right now. And we could invite like these people to our wedding, and this is what we could do with our wedding, and then you'd kind of sit back and go, haha, but like we're not actually gonna get married. But then you're upset because you want to get married to this person. Like I'm getting that energy of like, oh, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. But well, what if we did it? Ha, what if we did it? But oh no, we're not going to. I know we're only messing. But what if we what it unless like I'm getting that energy. It's like awkward. It's awkward because you guys don't want to fully admit that you're like that into each other, but then at the same time you are that into each other. I'm also getting a sense of like getting to know the person that you're with on a deeper level, or getting to know somebody new on a deeper level, and that being a very healing thing. Like this April is going to be a very healing time for you in terms of relationships and love life. You're going to be feeling very good, emotionally very stable, very in tune with your emotions, but at the same time trying to express them. As it's almost like you are going to feel very good within your emotional state. You're going to feel very composed. You're going to feel your emotions through in a very healthy way. But when it's time to communicate them, you're going to have trouble with it. And that's where I feel the bittersweet is really truly coming through here. But I really get out of all the piles, and I can very confidently say this because you guys are the last pile, I feel like pile 6 is probably the nicest energy. It's that energy of like, and I'm almost getting like this energy of somebody who has like a crush on someone. And you know, like when you have a crush on somebody and you're like excited about having a crush on them, and you can kind of tell that they like you back, but you're not sure and you don't want to make things awkward. It's that kind of nice stage. So especially if you're single, guys, I really get a sense of like you crushing on somebody really hard, them crushing really hard back on you, and you guys both kind of feeling a bit awkward though, and maybe saying things that are a bit awkward, but in the end it's all good, it's all working out, it's all gonna be grand, and you don't need to worry about it. So that's the message that I received for you, pile number 6. Let me know if that resonated, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.